Welcome everyone to Goblin Stream. I'm Mike.
Hello everyone, welcome to Goblin Stream. I'm Sean.
It's Sean. Everyone, it's Sean.
Hello.
Sean's here.
I might have some background noise for a little bit. Also we're goblins in hell.
We're goblins. We got to remind
We
you.
always have to say that. You guys get it. You see us.
It's pretty clear the narrative that's going on here. We're just a bunch of goblins and we're in hell. So
We're in hell. We're playing games. We're hanging out. It's nice here in hell.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, that's not great
By the
though.
way,
When I fall in a pit,
I'm
that's
back
not,
playing Donkey Kong Country 2.
which still a great game. And I'm excited that I get to be
I still love.
I still love that I get to be the snake thing because the snake is so fun. Even if sometimes I fall to my death like that, but that's okay. I'll get better.
It's a fun take on a snake that it's bouncy.
Yeah.
Very non-threatening. Very goofy. Look kind of dumb.
Yeah, like the buck teeth.
Yeah.
I think there's a way to do like a super jump. Oh,
I
there
think
we
you're
go.
doing
That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay.
Now it's interesting because I feel like games today over-explain like what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll give you a 10-minute tutorial when it's just like a standard kind of game. But old games sometimes don't tell you what to do at all.
Yeah, and like I'm okay with that, but for some reason people I guess get really upset when the game doesn't tell them every single thing there is to do. But it's like, who cares, man?
Well, it is sometimes
I'll
like
figure it out.
I feel like especially when I was a kid, like playing games, and then a friend would come over and be like, "You can do this," and it's like, what? Like that would have changed my whole experience, like playing this. I wish I knew that. This would have been so much easier.
Oh, I accidentally found a secret.
Wow.
Oh,
Those
that's-
thick coins.
Got some coins. I remember there was this game I loved when I was a kid called called Shining Force 3, which like no one has ever played, and I've only met like one person who knows what it is.
You
But
played Shining Force 1 and 2?
I've played Shining Force. Yes, I think I have actually. Not as good. Shining Force 3 is the only good one. And I told my friend once in school, this is like probably 3rd grade. It's like, oh, I'm playing this game, and it was so sad when this character died. And they're like, oh, if you press B, that character doesn't die. And I'm like, oh my god, they taught me something I didn't know about my favorite game. And it took me like a year later to figure out, oh, they were lying. They don't know anything. There's no way to save that character. It's part of the story.
Crazy noises going out of here.
Yeah, what's going on over there, Sean? Why don't you... Sounds like
I
someone's...
think an espresso machine is being cleaned.
It sounds like you're at the dentist and someone's drilling into your teeth.
Might as well be.
Might as well, yeah.
Yeah, also that would be crazy if there's like a big story point in the game, then all you have to do is press one button to like alter the whole thing.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is just that like kids are liars and they don't care what they say.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust kids. In fact, don't trust most adults. Just in general,
Yeah.
don't trust people. Maybe trust dogs and
Trust
very
us,
smart
trust-
chimps.
and goblins.
And you can trust some goblins because we'll never lie to you. We're
Never
the
lie to you. We'll always be true to you.
we'll never
And help
ever
you out.
we'll never hurt you. We'll help you out. If you need anything, let us know. Write in the comments what we can do
Yeah.
for you.
Let us know. Listen, we'll help you out to the best of our ability. We'll give you all our money.
Sean, what's your PayPal so they can just send you a direct money request?
I don't think I still have a PayPal.
I do. I don't know why. Some people still like to use PayPal. Venmo's way better. We're not sponsored by Venmo, but maybe we should be.
Maybe we should be.
Yeah, maybe we should be.
Listen, Venmo us money, Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo. If you Venmo us like $30 each, we'll say whatever you want.
I'll say whatever kind of crazy fucked up thing you want us to say.
Yeah, whatever like fringe political opinion. We'll say it for about $30.
Listen, we'll cancel ourselves for $30.
Sean, have you ever thought how much money would it take for you to be a bad person? if Venmo sent you like, let's say, $800, what's the most
Yeah.
detestable thing you would do?
I feel like I don't know, because I feel like rent in LA is like minimum like $1,000 because LA is so like,
Yeah.
fucking expensive. So
800 isn't that
I feel
much.
like, listen, I gotta at least be able to pay my rent for a month to do something crazy.
Yeah. At least for a month. And even then, like,
At least for a month.
that's not even your month's worth of expenses. So why would you like ruin your
That's
life
true.
for? This guy's really tricking me right now. Yeah, why would you waste your life for like
listen,
half a
Venmo,
month?
Venmo me $2,000 and I'll ruin my whole life for you.
Yeah, Venmo us both $2,000 and we'll talk about the worst thing we're willing to do for that money.
Yeah. It's crazy because now I'm in right now I'm in Missouri and
Mm-hmm.
my sister lives here with her boyfriend and they
In the same
live
house?
no, she lives somewhere else.
Okay.
But in the same state. And it's like for the price that her and her boyfriend pay for their whole 2-bedroom apartment, which was like a nice little apartment, was the price I paid for one room for like having a roommate in LA.
Wow.
Or they paid less than the price I paid for like a 1 room and a 2-bedroom.
Wow.
Yeah, which is depressing.
Yeah, I have a hard time reconciling my current rent and remembering that in Pittsburgh, oh my God. In Pittsburgh, my rent was about $300. And to be
Yeah.
fair, I lived in a trash house, but still $300? That's tempting. That's a tempting
Yeah, the
sell.
most I ever paid for rent in Chicago was
Yeah.
like 500 something.
500? Wow. That's like nothing.
Like a little over 500. Yeah.
For
And
a major city, that's nothing.
yeah, it is frustrating because like people our age, like with the money that we make, it's like we could like be like have a house in like Idaho or something.
But if you move to the suburbs or a smaller city, there's no jobs there. It's a really tough
Everything's
gamble.
online now.
That's true. I mean, now, especially with COVID and everyone working from home, yeah, maybe you could be living in the middle of a smaller town or a suburb and be making the same amount of money. Like, that's a pretty good deal. I've thought about it.
Yeah, but then
but-
I guess my fear is like everything opens back up and then I'm in the middle of nowhere, like,
Yeah.
be like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. And I mean, I do love Los Angeles, so it's very hard to think like, oh, should I leave? It's like, I do enjoy it.
I do too, and it took kind of leaving too, because so me and my girlfriend are staying with our parents for a bit because of COVID, and we have more space. We don't have to pay rent, which is listen, that's great.
It's pretty good.
It's great that we have the option to do that. But having lived in Missouri for about a month now, and neither of us were people who are like, oh, LA's like amazing, it's the best place in the world. But having lived in Missouri for a month, it is kind of like I miss LA. You know, LA's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it has its faults, but when you go to somewhere else, you go like, no, I could deal with some of the faults, I guess.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest shock of going from LA to Missouri?
Trump signs everywhere.
Ooh, that's got to be a radical shift.
Yeah. Well, because in LA, or I'm sure any big city in the U.S., if you see like a Trump sign, it's like shocking. It's like, whoa, like they're really like putting it out there, like Jesus. But here, you do see Biden or liberal signs as well, but I would say, see more Trump signs.
Really? Do you feel like you experience a difference in the people you deal with? But it's probably not true because you're not dealing with that many people.
Not dealing with other people. I'm dealing with like, the checkout person at a grocery store, or like the checkout person at a fast food restaurant or something, or like
Yeah.
picking up food.
And I imagine you're
Oh,
not...
but the other day
Yeah.
we did see this old truck flying a pretty big Confederate flag.
Wow. Ooh, that's always very frightening. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah, that
nothing happened,
sucked.
but even just seeing it alone is... Yeah, that sucks.
No, nothing happened.
I went to CVS.
Yeah, that was shocking. I will say maybe that's the biggest shock. Like that was truly shocking. Yeah, that was rough. But he was an old guy. He'll die soon.
It's true. I mean, they say that the older generations are more conservative and suffer from boomer brain and all that. And it's like, that's very true, but sometimes I think that lets young people off the hook because young people have some pretty bad opinions too. It's not just the older generation. That guy's knocking the bananas out of me. This stinks.
He's yellow.
Ooh.
He's made of banana. He's so many bananas, he's yellow.
Wow, he's like a banana thief. Okay, I'm good now. I went to CVS the other day, or Rite Aid, I forget the difference. And there was a guy yelling at the cashier. It was like a white guy yelling at the cashier who's not white. So they'd be like, so who'd you vote for? Obama or Biden? I mean, like, Trump? And, like, I don't know what opinion he was trying to get across. Like, it didn't seem like he was very coherent. But
Maybe he just really wanted to know.
Maybe he was just like, he's a pollster and he was angrily yelling. Yeah. He had to poll all the Rite Aid store owners in Los Angeles. But for a second, I was like, oh, is this going to be like a thing? Do I have to be prepared to do something about it? And thank God nothing happened. He just left. But yeah, it's lucky that when you're in a city, you most often don't have to deal with that, or depending on where in the city you are. But yeah, when you travel elsewhere,
listen, if you're dealing with other
stuff.
If you yell at a service worker, you're a bad person. Unless that service worker literally like reaches across the counter and punches you and your family, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like you're a bad person. If you're yelling at anyone in public, you're wrong. I don't care what you're arguing for. You are incorrect. There's no reason to yell at people.
Especially a worker that like has to be there and like it's not like you like came across them randomly. It's like they're doing their job that they're not getting paid that much for. Like leave them alone.
Life's hard enough. We don't need randos yelling at each other in public spaces.
Listen, we're very lucky that we get to do jobs from computers. And it's not this, by the way. This is not our job to do Goblin Street. But our other jobs, we don't have to interact with wackos yelling at us in a store.
I don't have to deal with anyone yelling at me at any of my jobs. I mean, some people have to deal with that at their jobs from people they work with. And I'll tell you this, that's never worth it either. Like, get out of those jobs.
Yeah, get out of those jobs.
Look after your well-being.
Yeah.
Be safe out there, guys.
I would even say, even if it gets you fired, maybe, listen, record the person yelling at you, put it online. It'll become a viral sensation.
Get a PayPal up there so people pay you money.
Get a PayPal, get an OnlyFans.
Get a Venmo, take your shirt off for OnlyFans. I'll be honest with you right now, Sean. My shirt's off right now because it's really hot in my room.
Oh my god.
So this is now an OnlyFans stream, and the OnlyFans Sean is you, because only you know about it.
Oh, now there's more sound. This is our loudest episode. There's a chainsawing outside.
And why is that? Is somebody being chainsawed to death?
A service worker is being chainsawed to death. It's very sad. No, there were some trees cut down here recently, and now they're cutting them into smaller pieces to be taken away.
Well, I'm glad we chose today to stream. I think that's so far been a great decision without any negative consequences.
Yeah, listen, it's a great environment. My mom is sawing trees in the front yard.
Your mom is doing it?
Yeah, she has this little tiny chainsaw. It's like a mini chainsaw.
Your mom is a mini chainsaw that she chops down trees with? That's very rugged. Your mom's like...
Well, the trees were chopped down previously, but now they have to be segmented.
Of course.
Of course, as we all know.
As we all know how trees work.
When you chop down a tree, you have to segment it.
And what are you going to do with the segments?
I don't know. Toss them around.
Have some fun? I agree. That's cool.
Yeah. Play some ball.
Is your mom like super handy? Because I'll tell you this, I do not know anything about segmenting trees, and I would be useless in the situation.
Both of my parents are kind of handy. Though I will say sometimes I think it's to maybe the detriment of what is being like done.
What do you mean?
I just think, maybe sometimes you should hire someone or...
Oh, right.
I think there's a lot of YouTube videos being watched.
My dad is the kind of person that like always does the repairs in the house. And I don't know if he knows what he's doing all the time. I mean, it usually works, but maybe one day it won't. I mean, I respect the hell out of that. I'm so useless around the house.
I mean, listen, me too.
I can't do anything. I'm one of those modern day millennials that if I ever had to survive, if I ever had to survive on my own, I'd be not too good.
Listen, I'll say, Mike, great job on this level. That gave me a little anxiety, just that you don't have anything to land on and you only have to time barrels right.
Oh, yeah, so don't worry, folks, because I know what I'm doing. That was very chill for me. I was actually very calm, and I am sweating, but that's just because of the heat, not nerves.
And listen, that's the end of this episode.
Oh, we're going to end right in front of a boss, so you're going to have to tune in next time to see if I can defeat this character. All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.